What is going on, guys? My name is James or ThnxCya, and welcome to a basic tutorial to show you guys how the new command block works in Minecraft. So in case you don't know what this block is, it has been introduced in the last few Minecraft snapshots. However, I myself have not covered it on the channel up until now. However, I'm going to do something a little bit similar to my beacon blocks tutorial and just go through the very basics of how this block works and a few of the functions that you could use it with. So yeah, we're going to start from the beginning here, and as you can see, I've done a few demonstrations here. There are so many variations of this block that I'm not going to be able to cover all of them in this video. However, I can just show you a few useful ones to kind of give you guys the general gist of how they work. So this here is the command block, and I think that the ID is actually 137, however it's not currently in the menus for creative mode. So what you need to do is, if you want to play around with this block, is install one of the latest snapshots and then go give yourself and then item 137, and then you'll be able to get a few of these to play around with. So what these do is they execute commands on will. So for example, here you can see that I have rigged these blocks up to buttons. However, they work with anything that can give a redstone signal, I suppose. So for example, although you don't need any redstone circuitry to get it to work for some of them, you can integrate redstone, by the way, if you're sort of technically minded. I imagine they have 1,000,001 uses, but if you just want to use them basically, you don't need any redstone. You just need something like a button or a lever or a pressure plate or even a tripwire to get them to work. So for example, here we're going to start with the time set command. What you need to do is, when you right click this block, you'll have this screen here. Now, very simple. Any command that you normally use in Minecraft, for example, if you're playing single player, like game mode creative, game mode survival, or if you're in multiplayer, there are a ton of commands. So maybe if you're a server admin, you'll be very familiar with a lot of these. So for example, this one here simply just changes the time of day. So we've typed in the console command here, time set and then 0, and what we do is when we click it, it changes it into sort of 0 time. And for example, with this one, we can go from sort of this dusky type period all the way into the middle of the day. So as you can see, the sun has gone up there, and we do it and it drops down behind the hills. So how is this effective? Well, you can change day from night with a touch of a button. Now, before I go on to the other ones, you might be wondering, well, what's the point of this if we can just use commands? Well, I believe this is heavily weighted towards people who make adventure maps. Think of all the possibilities when you have all of these amazing commands just by the push of a button. So the next one here is the say, and this is something that could be useful just in general in adventure maps if there is something you want to tell the player. So for example, if I click on this fella here, it will pop up in the bottom, oh hi, YouTube. So, I don't know why I did that. But yeah, this here is just say as the command, and then oh, hi, YouTube. And I should also point out that here, these are useful if you're playing with more than one person. So for example, co-op adventure maps, if you go the @ symbol and then P, it targets the nearest player, @ and then R, it targets a random player, and then @ and A, it targets all players. So you can use these depending on who you think will be playing your map at the time. So yeah, there's another example here, is the teleport, and I think that this is one of the most useful basic ones you can do. So for example, with the click of a button, I am on this thing here, which is one of these NPC village houses, yeah! And as you can see, we were over there a second ago, and then if I click on this one, we're back where we were just now. So, for example, this would be great if you have different layers or different areas of your adventure map that you want to go to. With just a click of a button, you can transport your player there. So, next example here is, what is this one actually? Oh, I forgot to put a sign up. But this is to set the spawn point. So this is super useful for those huge, long adventure maps. For example, I don't know, what adventure maps have I played? I've played the Fall of Gondolin, which is a fantastic map, but I'm thinking back to Deep Space Turtle Chase. I died a lot in that. So this would have been awesome every, maybe every sort of 15-20 minutes in adventure maps, because you could save your point very easily. So with a click of a button, as you can see, it says set spawn point to blah blah blah, and then if I go to, for example, I don't know, kill myself. There we go. And I respawn exactly where I click the button. So really useful. Okay, so a few more before we finish this video. This one here is the game mode changer. So for example, if we open up this, the console command is game mode, 1, 2, or 3, and then what player you want to target. So for example, this one here is creative mode, but we already have that. So with the click of a button here, boom, like that, we change to survival mode, and then this one here we change to adventure mode. So We can change between being, invulnerable and being vulnerable in different areas of our adventure map. For example, maybe there's like a village that you really don't need to die in, so the map maker can change it into creative so that you can't die, or you can limit the options, I imagine, of what creative mode actually is, just in case the player wants to steal a load of diamonds or something. Then I imagine there's a way to stop that happening. So, just a couple more before we finish. This one here is the weather changer, so this one is kind of useful. For example, well, it's not kind of useful, it's kind of a bit random, but I suppose if you wanted to have an adventure map which was really stormy, then you could use this, I imagine. But yeah, click on this fella here and it starts to rain. No one likes rain in Minecraft, but yeah, this is simply weather rain. And if you want to clear it, you click on this fella here, and this is weather clear. So it will clear all the weather away. Eventually. Stop raining, goddammit! Stop it! Stop it! Yeah, there we go. So it takes a few seconds. But yeah, this is the final one that I'm going to show you. I'm not going to go into too much detail because, as I said, there are so many commands that are available to you, and I imagine that as time goes on, people will be making even more commands and maybe modding it so that different commands work. But yeah, this is one that I found particularly useful, and this would be for sort of maybe a save point or a spawn point in a adventure map. So for example, if you died, you could come back to here, and then if you had no gear, very simple, all you do is click it, and then boom, you've got yourself a few useful items. So, you've got yourself some food, maybe some weapons, maybe a pick, that kind of thing. And, you can just click it, and it will keep giving you all of this stuff. So you could have these periodically spaced over your map, and then the players would never have to go without gear. So yeah, that is it for the really quick basics of how the command block works. I believe that this still is fairly early development, and I think that they will introduce a lot more really cool commands. These can be rigged up to redstone. For example, they can be on time delays, so you can change from day to night every sort of however you want, however long you want to set the delay, it works. There are so many amazing commands sort of sections that people can execute these days. I imagine if you wanted to see something a little bit more advanced in this tutorial, there'll be plenty on YouTube. But yeah, this is the very basics, and I think for anyone who is involved in adventure maps or anyone who involved in playing adventure maps, this is really going to enhance that experience. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this tutorial on how the command block works. I hope it's useful, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching the video. It has been a pleasure. As always, thanks and see ya.